Hi friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I am so pumped. I have the new Beaute Bar Ocean Jewel palette and I'm going to be doing two looks today. As soon as I laid my eyes on this palette, I just knew this was going to become a new favorite. I love Beaute Bar's formulas and I love this sort of a color story and I'm really pumped to share it with you. Like I said, we're going to be doing two looks. I'll be doing swatches, close-ups, all that good stuff, and then at the end I'll give you my thoughts so far. So without further ado, let's just hop in and talk about this palette. Here she is. Look at this packaging. This cover is crazy, so reflective and just magical. And the inside of the Ocean Jewel looks like this. We have 20 beautiful shades. I am such a sucker for a blue, purple, green sort of color story. This is so pretty. I feel like Beaute Bar hasn't really dove into this sort of a color story before, and I just love that. I also can't believe they haven't done an ocean theme like this until now, but it's perfect. This is so pretty. I love this arrangement of colors. I love all the different options we get with the depth with the mattes into the lighter, very bright shades. I feel like there's a lot you can do with this. I love when a palette has a mixture of really dark, deepening shades, but also very bright, punchy shades. All of these pretty, shifty shimmers are just so special. Beaute Bar just has one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow formulas of all time. I feel like their mattes just blend so easily. They're very easy to work with. They're soft and blendable and just so wonderful to work with. And their shimmers are just like on another level. They're always so pretty and special and sparkly and reflective. And I just always feel so good when I play with one of my Beaute Bar palettes. But here she is in all of her glory. She is beauty, she is grace, and I am so excited to show you what I do with it. This palette is launching on Thursday, May 29th. It'll be up at 12 p.m. EST, and you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN to save, which I appreciate so much if you do. I will have the launch details, codes, all that good stuff linked in my description box for you. I also will have all of my makeup details for both looks, as I always do, listed in the description box for you in case you need to reference anything. And it goes without saying, I feel like the makeup FOMO can hit hard sometimes. Just because I'm sitting here playing with this new palette does not mean you need it. Don't spend out of your means. If you think you have something similar in your collection already, that's also okay. I'm not here to tell you to buy everything that's out there. I'm just here to play with eyeshadow. I'm just a lady on the internet playing with makeup. And if I play with something that really sparks an interest for you and you feel like it would be something that'd be useful in your collection, then that's great and that's what I'm here for. And I hope you enjoy it so much. That's always the end goal, right? I'd hate for you to get something and not enjoy it. But just as a reminder, don't feel pressured to buy every new shiny thing. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and play with some eyeshadow. Okay, hi, let's get into this first look. As far as my accessories go, these earrings are from a shop called Serendipity. I got at a market in Claremont. And then this is just an old choker. I think it's from Shop Sun & Co, but I've had it for a million years, so I'm not positive. Let's just hop into this first look. I'm so excited. I have an idea for this look. Actually, I have an idea for both looks. I feel like look number one, I want to be a little bit more dainty, colorful. And then look number two, I want to be very like dark, dramatic, colorful. You know what I mean? So that's my vision. I'm gonna start by prepping with the Sigma eyeshadow base in Ignite. I'm just gonna smear this on and blend it out. I am so excited. The moment I laid my eyes on this palette, I was like, yup, that's a me palette right there. I'm such a sucker for like a blue, green, purple color story. So I want to do a bit of a gradient. So I'm going to start with the shade Submerged. I'm going to take this teeny tiny brush from Blend Bunny and Lynn's Makeup Looks. This is the L01. And I'm going to put this right up against the lashes in the outer corner of the upper and lower. Just kind of tracing really close. I'm keeping this super tight because I'm going to be using lots of shades to really bring and blend this out. Again, I want kind of a fun gradient going on. So starting out very simple, just like that. So I'm gonna take this brighter purple to start blending that out. I'm gonna use this Blend Bunny B3 brush for this. Tap that off a little bit actually. And I'm gonna do that just where I placed the first shade, but this brush is a little bit bigger. I wouldn't really call it fluffier because it's still a dense pencil brush, but it is a little bit bigger. So it's gonna allow me to start kind of blowing this out just a little bit farther. It's not going to be quite as precise as that first brush, which is what I want because I want to slowly start bringing this out and make it bigger and more colorful. And this is going to be where the purple mattes end, so I want to make sure I have a good amount of purple showing before I start going in with my other shades. And I probably will go back down the line and re-intensify certain shades, but I do want to get it set up for success at the beginning too. So moving away from purple and into the blue realm, I'm going to take Sunken Treasure. And as you might have guessed, I'm taking a slightly bigger brush now. This is also from Blend Bunny. This is the B4. And I'm just going to start very lightly swirling this along that outside edge of that purple. Again, this is still a pencil brush, but this one does have a little bit of fluff to it. I'm just gonna grab little bits at a time as I see fit. And this is just gonna help me like stretch and blow this out even farther too. Start adding in a little bit of that color change, a little bit of that gradient. I'll start scooting it down a little bit as well, just for a fun little splash. I'm just already loving the direction this is going, and just knowing the end result I have in my brain, I'm excited. So I want to move into Sea Glass now, a little bit more of that turquoise, kind of like a turquoise minty moment. Taking Sea Glass on a fluffier brush. This is the Blend Bunny B5. And again, I'm just gonna start swirling that around the edges. Lots of focus on the outer lower. Like I will bring it up into the upper as well, but I want a lot of that focus to be down here just because I think it looks pretty. I think it goes with this sort of a shape nicely. So just doing soft little motions, just bringing in more of that gradient. And the final shade for this initial blendy moment is going to be this bright green luminescence. I'm gonna use this fluffy brush from Chokehold Cosmetics. Again, we're just getting a little bigger and a little fluffier with each brush. And again, I wanna start kind of low down here, just adding in that splash of this green, kind of playing off the edge of that blue. Kind of just like a softer, brights sort of gradients. And again, I'll carry it into this like lid area too a little bit, but lots of focus just in the outer. I am really liking that. It's so cute. And now I'm kind of just gonna go back down the line. Like I'm gonna take a little bit of that second purple that I used just to re-intensify the purple a little bit more. Nothing too crazy, but I do want to make sure that color pops within this gradient as well. I'll take a little bit more of that Sunken Treasure, that like bluey teal shade, kind of blend that around that purple again. Literally just working my way back down the line and kind of re-intensifying as I see necessary. So I do want to add my other little pop of matte before I start going in with shimmers, and that is going to be Sundial, this bright yellow. I want this to be in my inner corner and a little pop on the brow bone. I'm going to use this little brush from Game Beauty. Just going to add this little pop here. And if you're someone who maybe doesn't love shimmer, couldn't be me, but you could like recreate this vibe and just not add shimmer. Like I think that's still a really cool look. But I just loved shimmer too much. I can't not. This bright yellow is really, really good. This is so just bright and yummy and so, so pretty. And again, I'm grabbing just like a teeny, teeny, tiny, gonna knock it off. And then I just want like a little tiny highlight along the brow bone with this yellow because I wanted that to kind of connect a little bit. I wiped off this Chokehold brush, but I'm just kind of like lightly blending the edge. I think that is so cool. So then for the shimmer, I really just want to take Mother of Pearl. I'm not even going to use glitter primer because I don't think it's necessary. And I'm going to take an obnoxiously large fluffy brush. This is from Lethal Cosmetics. Just going to kind of tap in to get some of that shimmer. And then I'm just going to lightly press on top of my look because I don't want an opaque, thick layer of shimmer. I just wanted kind of a sprinkle to add some sheen and some interest, but really letting the mattes be the star of the show. I wanted these weird pops and this colorful gradient to do its own thing. And I think that is really, really cool. That's such a pretty shimmer. Okay, throw my lashes and my eye pencil. I used the avocado pencil from Oden's Eye just to bring in a little bit more green. And then these lashes are the Gemini lashes from Black Moon. And I honestly love these lashes with this look because so much of the detail is out here. So it like still like complements really well. I just love it. I love it. I love this look. And for lips, I was thinking, let's go with a dark, bold lip to offset the more soft eye look. Like it's not a soft eye look because it's very colorful, but you know what I mean. I want some contrast in there. So I'm going to start with my Villain pencil from Unearthly. This is probably one of my most used pencils. I feel like I use this black pencil all the time, whether to pair with a black lip or to darken any other lip. It's just perfect. Just kind of mostly filling in. I'll use like my finger to kind of blend the edge. Not that it matters too much because I'm putting a dark lip over this, but I don't know, a blendy base makes for a good result. And then I thought Sorrow from Black Moon would be cool. It's a dark blue metallic, and I just thought that would kind of bring forth some of that depth in that very outer corner. So let's try it. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I love this. What a good combination. I'm so thrilled with this decision. Here's how the final look turned out. I love this. I love this so much. I just love the way these colors play together. I love the kind of like minimal but still very colorful eye with the bold lip. I just think it all worked together so perfectly. These colors are just everything. I love a blue, green, yellow, purple. Like, it's just such a good combination. Such a good combination. I'm so happy with this. I have a vision for look number 2 as well, but I feel like it's gonna be so hard to beat this one because there's just something so special about it. I love it. Sometimes simple is good. But let's move on to look number 2. Okay, getting into look number 2, I want to do something very dark and dramatic. I'm very, very attracted to this Heart of the Ocean shade. It's like a rich, like blue purple multi-chrome. I really want that all over the lid and then just lots of like blown out blendiness everywhere else. I think it's gonna be cool. As far as my accessories for this look, I just have these. These used to be on dangly plugs from Love Kills Boutique, but I later turned them into earrings. And then this is just an old basic choker. But anyway, let's get to priming. I'm gonna use my Sigma Ignite primer again. Just gonna smear this on and blend it out. So I wanna start with my matte. So I'm gonna start with Shipwreck, this dark blue. I'm gonna use my Blend Bunny B3 pencil brush. And I'm just gonna start stamping this all up in the crease. I'm not gonna really do any blending just yet. I am taking this all the way from inner to outer corner because I want a very just rounded, blended out, smoky, dark look. Just really packing this in that crease. Just getting it set up, laid down so that I can later blend it out. I'm also gonna do the same to this lower lash line. Just keeping that really tight and blended and then connecting in that outer corner. This looks so good. I think I should just stop here. So to start blending that out, I want to take Jellyfish. This is like a really rich royal blue and it has a little bit of sparkle pressed in. In my experience, mattes that have sparkle pressed in, the sparkle doesn't tend to stick around. It usually just dissipates, so I just treat it as a matte. If the sparkle sticks around, cool. I always like extra glimmer, so we're gonna find out. I'm gonna use my Blend Bunny B4 brush and I'm just gonna take and just very lightly, very, very lightly, like I am using very light pressure. Just gonna start running this along that very edge of that dark blue. I wanna leave a little bit of space. I'm not gonna be done blending with just this shade. I'm gonna use a lighter shade as well. But I just wanna use this just to start adding a little bit of a gradient, diffusing that darkest shade a little bit. And as I expected, there is a little, like maybe the occasional twinkle sticking around, but this mostly just acts as a matte. Usually shades like that, the sparkle does not stick around, and that's whatever. It looks pretty in the pan. Also gonna do the same to that lower lash line. Again, just keeping it really tight, connecting it in that outer corner. Again, I wanna keep a very rounded look with this. I don't want it where it like fans out like crazy in the outer corner. I want to keep it as round as possible. I have a little bit of twinkle sticking around. Not a lot. Enough so that it's cute, but it's not like overpowering. It's not like I used a whole shimmer or anything. I feel like I just keep getting scarier and I love it. So to finish the blend, I want to use Starfish. I'm going to use my Blend Bunny B5 brush, tap that off a little bit. And again, very light pressure. I'm using a very light hand here because I'm just going to very softly and slowly blend at the edge of this shade. I'll wipe this brush off periodically even, just so it's fresh and clean. I'll get more of it and just kind of slowly work along the edge, just doing light little motions. Slow and steady wins the race here. You don't want to go too crazy. Again, still trying to keep that rounded shape as much as possible, but just really taking my time here. Little motions, not rushing it. I don't want this to blow all out of proportion. I want it to stay pretty concentrated to where I initially put it. Just taking my time here. I am liking that kind of slight periwinkle that's popping around the edges. That's so pretty. I'll make sure that lower lash line also has that gradient forming. These mattes are all so smooth. This is looking so good. I mean, it looks a little scary because my lid is just blank. but the rest of it looks really nice. I'm liking what's happening. I like this glow that periwinkle shade is kind of leaving around the edges. It's so nice. There's something about just like a rich, vivid blue smoky eye. It's just so good. Moving on to shimmer now, I'm going to take my NYX Glitter Primer to prep my eye, help that shimmer pop really well and stay put nicely. Just going to use my finger and lightly stamp this across my lid. And now taking that beautiful, Heart of the Ocean shade. Let's stamp that across the lid. This rich, like royal blue into a purple. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Dark, dramatic, inky, lovely. So, so pretty. I love that shade. I just want to swim around in it. It's so good. I'm just going to make sure that shimmer is blending into all those mattes I laid down nicely. But I love this. It's so just rich and enchanting. I feel like my eyes look like they are glowing because they're just so rich and blue. For the inner corner, I thought we would spice it up a little bit with Abalone. Kind of like a shifty, purpley, pinkish, bluish sort of situation. Kind of adds an element of ethereal to this like very rich, sorceress look almost. I feel like I'm a sea witch right now, actually. Threw in my eye pencil. I went with Night of Creation from Kaleidos. It's like a blue-purple multi-chrome. I just felt like it was super fitting. And then threw on my Black Moon Gemini lashes. And one thing about me is I love a dark blue eye with a very just nudie lip. I don't know why, I just feel like that combo is so good. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna start with my Bare pencil from Melt Cosmetics. I'm just gonna line and lightly fill in. Such a good pencil. And then I'm gonna take my Melt Cosmetics Ho is Life lipstick. It's kind of a light nudie pink color. There's just something about this combo. It does it for me. The blue with the nudie lip, it's just too good. Here's how the second look turned out. I love this. I feel either like a sea witch or a rock star. Maybe both. I'm not sure which. But I think this came out so cool. I just love how bold and vibrant the eyes are. It's just so striking, so electric, and just really, really cool. But yeah, that is it for these two looks. Let's zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had so much fun playing with this palette, creating these looks. Which look was your favorite? I am so torn. Like, I loved look number one so much, but there's just something so special about these rich blues that's really doing it for me too. So I don't know if I can pick. You'll have to let me know. I think it comes as no surprise that I love this palette, but I had a strong feeling I would. Literally the moment I laid my eyes on it, because it's just such a me color story. These are some of my absolute favorite colors to work with, and I love having these all together in the same place from one of my favorite brands of all time. This is just, it's so good. And it's funny because I very recently did a Bella Beaute Bar palette ranking, and unfortunately this did not exist at the time, but if I had to guess, I would probably put this in like second or third place out of that whole ranking, because this is just such a color story I gravitate toward. Again, I love how we have these very bright pop and electric shades with these very dark, rich tones. I love the different shimmers that are in here. I feel like for me, I have so many options within the color families that I love the most. I do plan on doing another look with this over on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff, which should be up very soon by the time this video goes up, so stay tuned for that. I'm very excited to play with it again. But yeah, I love this. I think this is honestly perfection in a palette for me. I keep saying it, but it really is just such a me color story. These colors just make me happy. They bring me a lot of joy, and I'm very happy with this one. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you love this as much as I do? Do you plan on picking it up? Have you tried this brand before? I would love to know. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave, I guess, some ocean themed emojis? Obviously, it is the Ocean Jewel palette after all. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And also, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And also, you can hop over to my second channel, linked in my description box if you want additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar one on the screen. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.